the reason why I do this warm-up is to get my knees stronger, but I'm also, this is my last day of my deload week. I'm so happy. I can't wait to start lifting heavy again. It's just been irritating. But so, strengthen my knees. Obviously, you should strengthen your legs too, but the knees are the reason why I do this. Eventually, I'll get the plates high enough to where I won't touch the ground. But this is the deload week, so it's not as long of a workout. Usually I work out for, 2 hours. But it's going to be a little shorter. Every day is leg day. Every day snatch, every day clean and jerk. And so, yeah, let's do it. So there's somebody doing usually the camera's pointing the other way or, from another angle, but there's a lady doing hip thrusters. It'd be weird, like she's already there, and it'd be weird for me to put the camera up pointing, almost feels like it's pointing right at the person, but it's not. It'd just be a little awkward, so decide not to do it. But this is strengthening my knee. And I do both sides. Usually do 10 on each leg to get my knee stronger. I'll probably move the camera because this one's pointing at another hip thruster thing. Oh. Okay, don't look. Hip thruster's filling up. I told you not to look. I mean, you probably, especially if you're on YouTube, you can see it in the mirror, I think. But, oh well. I lost count. I've been talking too much. All right, we got to go higher. So I try to go, well, I try. I work my way up to where I don't even touch the ground again. But it really helped my knee to get stronger. Because what can happen, or did happen for me, is my quads, the muscles are strong enough, but my knee was not strong enough for 405 pounds of squats. I'm getting hot. Let me take this off. 405 squats. So my knee wasn't strong enough, but my quads were. So I had to get my knee stronger. And this is the way, one of many things that I do to strengthen my knees. You try not to push off the bottom. Sometimes, you kind of do, but eventually you work up to where you don't even touch the ground. I'm supposed to do 10, and I keep losing track because I'm talking too much. But I've been doing this I do this every Tuesday as part of my warm-up. Don't usually ever show it because it's kind of boring, but today's a shorter day because of deload week. So decided talk to you while I'm doing it. Did you guys see the streaker at the Super Bowl? It wasn't really streaking, but he had his shirt off. And it was so funny. He's wearing, what are those? Point of view glasses, or glasses that you can see what he's looking at. And it was so funny with those glasses. It really makes you feel like you're running and feels like you are running on the field, which is super fun. So I decided to go ahead and post something on Instagram about it. I thought it was funny. Basically showing that video of him doing it, streaking or running on the field. See, now try not to, or you don't touch the ground. It's high enough where you don't. Is that 3, 4? But check my Instagram account. I posted something, I don't know. I think it was funny. Basically, the point of view, the guy's running. The caption at the top says, basically a quote from the cops saying, saying, what did I say? Like, all right, you embarrassed yourself, everybody else hates you, and you're going to jail now. Was it worth it? And I put the comment from the streaker saying, totally. Like, totally it was worth it, which, pretty hilarious. I mean, you see him running on the field, every guy would like to do that. Or I'd say most guys, most men would want to do that. I think it was totally funny doing that. Whew. So it's kind of funny, that lady just walked in front of my camera, and I'm not at all, I don't care, like if my camera's in a position to where it's in somebody else's way, I absolutely walk in front of it. Like I'm in your space, my camera doesn't take priority over you, so, but that's not the case. So I have it almost touching the platform that I'm working against, and there's plates all around it. So she had to purposefully step in front of the camera because there's so many other things blocking it. Had to step on weights, step over everything. Oh well, it just funny. Funny. All right, so today is a deload week, and well, last day of the deload week, and I gotta tell you, I'm so excited to be done with the deload week. I hate deload weeks, even though they're absolutely necessary. Hate deload weeks because I can't lift heavy. I can't lift like what I would normally want to lift. And the big thing is, you do the deload weeks because your central nervous system needs to basically reset. I guess think of it like this. If you're playing a video game, and I'm just making this on the fly. If you're playing a video game, over time your, health meter keeps going down. And if you don't replenish the health meter, you don't get back up. Like go from, it starts at 100 and goes down. If you don't recharge it, or like a cell phone. Say something that most people can relate to, like a cell phone. If your battery keeps draining, and then eventually you don't have any battery left, or you're like, you start at 100%, and then week after week, you're working out, it drops 5% the first week, then another 10%, so 15% the second week, you're total gone. Third week, you're down another 10, 15%, so you're down 70%, just rough numbers. But just imagine that. It's not your strength, like your muscles are still there. It's your central nervous system being able to make yourself get into the position that you want it to, use the strength that you want it to. And so eventually you get down to like 50% in your central nervous system, like the battery. You might have plenty of energy, but you can't lift what you would normally lift. You don't feel like yourself. You're aching everywhere. And so for me, well, they say every 4 to 6 weeks you should take a deload week. And I hate taking them, so I push it as long as I can. And I got to the 7th week, and 7th week was last week. No, I did 7th week. The 8th week, on the 8th week on a Monday, which was last Monday or a week ago Monday, I got 405 on a back squat, which is pretty heavy for me, and 3 snatch off of blocks for 245, which is pretty heavy for me. I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, when my max is 270, able to get a 245 by 3 is not bad. So I now look at my, right after that, supposed to do clean and jerk. So I'm doing okay. Then clean and jerk, I could not even hit 245 when I think my max is like 325. So 325 is my max. I couldn't even hit 245 because my body was just yelling at me. Then it helped me to realize, man, the last week I haven't been feeling good or normal. It's time for a deload week. So been on a deload week. This is the last day, which I'm so excited. And yes, I'm wearing my son's shirt. It's rather tight. Somehow it got into my drawer, and it's weird. Their shirts get in my drawer. My shirts get in their drawer. Now, the better way to say it is my shirts that I like to wear get in their drawer. The shirts that they don't like to wear get in my drawer. It's so irritating. But oh well. Rather tight shirt, which, oh well, just the way it is. Okay, so today, as always, snatch, clean and jerk, and legs. Every day is leg day. Do you guys know that? Every day is leg day. Wow, the gym is packed today. Well, relatively packed. Not like New Year's Day or New Year's resolution people, but much bigger than, more packed than yesterday. What is today, Tuesday? Ooh, feeling a little better. Like my joints are feeling better. It's the deload week. Oh, wow. You guys ever see Jumanji 2 with The Rock was in it? Danny DeVito. I feel like The Rock, when Danny DeVito takes over his body, Danny DeVito takes over the body, stands up, he's all, ooh, my joints feel like butter. Ooh, I feel amazing. That's how I'm feeling after a deload week. My joints feel like butter. Oh man, so much better. Oh, much better. But I'm going live for an entire year, and this is day 62. I started labeling the days on each of the lives just so that I can remember, let alone other people watching. So if it's on YouTube, Facebook, I'm actually going live everywhere. It's day 62. You know, it's funny. Some people think, or I used to think, and other people probably do, is like, I don't want to go to the gym because I don't know what I'm doing. I'll look weird. People are going to be looking at me, staring at me because I don't know what I'm doing. Here I am, talking to myself. Well, obviously, you guys is who I'm talking to, but I'm talking to myself. Nobody cares. Nobody's paying attention to me. So with me talking to myself, dropping 300 pounds from over my head, making lots of noise, nobody pays attention to me. They're not going to pay attention to you because or how do I say it? Everybody's only concerned about what they're doing. Especially like experienced people. I've been going to the gym for 10 years. I would put myself in that category as somebody that knows what they're doing here. I don't care what other people are doing. In fact, I'm excited when somebody new comes to the gym, have no clue what they're doing. They're just getting started. Everybody got to start somewhere. So if you don't go to the gym, you don't exercise, you should start. And the big thing is you meet people that will hopefully encourage you. Like I have a number of guys that I get to say hi to, what's up, and they come every day too. And it's not like a country club. It's more like a, I don't know how to relate to it, but it's a place where you get to see people you see only once a day. But what's fun, you see them once a day, 5 days a week. Just the commonality of going to the gym gets you guys encouraged, or at least gets me encouraged to come back. And the big reason why I wanted to go live was I had a lot of people, I'll move this a little closer because I don't want people to kick the camera. Big reason why I go live is because I've personally encouraged a lot of people, or at least they come to me in the gym. They come to me in the gym and say, hey, I love the Olympic lifting that you're doing. They don't always know what the name is. They're just like, hey, I love the lifts that you do. And I wish I could do that. I don't even know how to do it. But I come to the gym. You're always here, so I can count on you being here and encouraged me to go to the gym. I'm like, well, praise the Lord. That's exactly what we should be doing, is encouraging each other. So I thought, what better way I can encourage more people to exercise? Well, maybe if I go live and show that the gym's not scary, you can push yourself farther than you think you can. And in the end, the only thing you have is your health. That's it. In the end, the only thing you have is your health. Well, if you have a faith, you have your faith as well. You have your family, but if you don't have your health, then life is not fun. You can have all the money in the world, but if you don't have your health, it's all worthless. In fact, you can't take it with you, right? All right, 135. Oh, hamstrings are tight. What is that up? What's up with that? That doesn't feel right. What's going on? All right, last day of deload week. Got to push through. Stretch that out. 135. You know what's funny? I've been having to go to the bathroom for before I started going live, and I was like, no, I could hold it. That just hit my bladder, and it was like, oh, reminded me, I need to go to the bathroom. So what you do is when you snatch or clean a jerk, you want to hit it off of your hips or thighs, kind of. And what that does is you bounce the weight up, not out, up. Like that. So hopefully instead of the weight going out, it goes up. Helps you with it going up. But so today, being a last day of deload week, I'm still toying on the idea I should take tomorrow off if I do the deload week right. But I'm so pent up, like I need to get out and lift heavy weights. So we'll see if I come back or if I take tomorrow off. But so I'm doing 50 to 60% doubles. And the reason why is I still want my central nervous system to relax. And what I do, I don't sit on the couch all day. And when I do a deload week, I've done that where I just never go to the gym. I'll go for a walk or a hike or swim or something. Let me grab a towel while I'm talking. And what happens when you take an entire week off from lifting, you come back the next week and you're very, like you just feel off. You feel off because your muscles have not been worked for an entire week, those specific muscles, ligaments and stuff. So it takes at least 2 or 3 days for you to get back. But at the same time, you still rest, which is great. I found when you do it, what is it, 60%, you get your, I found my body gets like so mad at me, saying, hey, you're gonna lift again? You're supposed to be taking a deload week. Because I do all the warm-ups to it, I get my body ready, and I'm gonna blow my nose. Oh, sorry. So I would normally, I do everything like I would normally do in my lifting. Make my body think we're going to be lifting heavy. It's all ready, it's all mad at me, and then I get 50, 60%, and then my body's like, oh, what just happened? I don't have to lift that much weight today. I can recover. That's the biggest thing is recovery. All right, what is this? 155. Snatch. 155 snatch. Double. Ooh, that flew up. And my body is not feeling like garbage. Deload week's paying off. Now about with the deload week too, you actually get stronger. Like if your max is 100 pounds, if your max is 100 pounds, you work out a lot, and you take a deload week, that's what makes your max go up because you're recovering, letting your body build the muscle back. That was better. Okay, not bad. I got him right here. I appreciate it though. Thank you. Nice guy just offered these bar clamps. He saw that they're coming off. But with how light it is, you don't really need it. And I'm only doing 2, so I only have to really kind of reposition it one time if I needed to. 165. What's 60%? So my max is 270 right now. Snatch, what's 60% of that? my phone. Oh, my phone, I'm using it to go live on Instagram because it has a better camera. This old Android, apparently the camera's terrible and it doesn't even pull up. Or it makes it so small. Okay, what is it, 270 times 0.6? I should remember. I just did it yesterday. But 262, and we're at 265. All right, double here. 265 double. Piece of cake. I'm actually doing no hook grip. Still trying to make sure my hands heal as much as possible. All right, 165. No hook grip. Double. I'll do one power as high as I can. You know, keep the bar moving, but then I'll do one full, getting into that bottom position. Come on, hands. I'm supposed to keep the hands like pulling it up, and I kind of didn't. All right, full. Let's do a full. 165 full. Get in that position. Last day of deload week. Man, I think if you were seeing, what was it? I don't know, day 53, 52, something like that. I could not even get into that bottom position. My butt would be sticking out because everything was hurting. Not muscles, this is the joints and stuff. Because taxing them for that long, I kind of want to do 185 just for fun. I haven't done 185 in a while. Let me go ahead and do it. Last time I did 185 was a week ago, and I felt like a train wreck. I couldn't even do 185. When you think about my max is 270. If I can't even do 185, well, how's my entire body feeling? Terrible. All right, we're 185. Yeah.
I'm sorry, man, but can you please use the clips?
Why?
You're terrifying me.
Am I really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, I'm not saying you obviously can't lift it.
Yeah.
It's just one time I was working out, some guy was doing the same exercise, and one of the small plates flew
Whoa.
into my face.
No way.
Yes, right here.
Oh, that sucks. Yes, I'll do that. I'll do that because I would want somebody to do that for me if I did it. So absolutely.
I'm really sorry about that, man.
No, don't apologize. Most of the time you'll get somebody to be nice, but occasionally you'll get somebody that's like a jerk. But I try not to be a jerk, so I'll put it on. Absolutely. If you didn't hear it, apparently he said somebody was doing something similar, and one of the plates came off and hit him in the face, and that's terrible. I've never had that, but I'm not saying it's not going to happen. So I figure it doesn't hurt me to put the plate on or the clamp on. So, yeah, anyways, here we go. Whoop, wrong song. I was trying to rewind it because that was a good song that Okay, here we go. But yeah, I mean, that was funny. I said, of course I'll put on that for him. So just like, it's never happened where a small plate came off, but I've never dumped a bar off of, like taken off weights on one side and dumped the bar. I've never done that before. 20 years of working out. And then just 2 weeks ago, I did it. So I'm like, I totally am fine with not hurting other people. So, oh well. Here we go. Okay, 185. Let's see what 185 feels. No hook. We'll probably just do one. Just want to see what it feels like. Much better. Last time I did it about a week ago, my entire body was absolutely like mad at me. So this was good. Last day of deload week. What do you guys think? Should I have been obliging and put a clamp on both sides because that person wanted to? What would you have done? Go ahead and leave a comment. I'd love to know. Yes, I usually try to go back and look at the comments. All right, so this is clean and jerk. I think you guys heard my reasoning why I want to do it. Like, it doesn't hurt me to put it on. Feeling a little better on the clean jerk. Not great, but almost there. I might need a rest tomorrow. But a big reason why I wanted to do it was, well, shoot, it takes 2 seconds to put them on. And when it gets heavier, I'll put them on because, I mean, even though it's really light, so I don't know. It doesn't matter to me. I'll go ahead and do it. All right, 185, still deload week. Okay, not great. Okay. What I might do is deload tomorrow and not come in and take the entire day off, because a normal deload week, the last day would be on a Saturday, and then you do a deload Sunday, and you keep doing deload week, and the last day, a week later, Sunday, you don't work out, and then Monday you hit it hard. So I think I probably need, it's gonna suck not working out. And yes, I already said this earlier, it's my kid's shirt. So that's why it's so tight. But because I've already made myself go through an entire week of deload week when I don't want to, I might as well just do one more, which is normally how I would do it, and I'd feel much better. Do one more day, skip tomorrow, let my body fully rest. It's kind of like if you're fasting for 3 days straight, 5 days straight. And let's say you're trying to do for fasting for 5 days, which, by the way, actually cures cancer. Fasting cures cancer, trust me. Anyways, well, I guess, so people don't sue me, if I had cancer, I'm not saying you should, I would fast. And I'm 100% certain if I had cancer and I fasted, it would go away. I know it's done many, many times. Anyways, that's what I would do. So you do whatever you want. But let's say you're trying to do 5 days and you're like, man, I'm on the 4th day, I want to eat tonight, but, or no, yeah, by the night before. You're like, but I've already gone 4 days. If I eat now, I don't get the benefit of that 5th day of not eating, which there's so many amazing benefits to your body to fast. On the 5th day, things happen, like the growth hormone is just tripled or something like that. But anyways, you already done 4 days. Make yourself do that 5th one. Same here. I've already done 7 days deload. Let me just make myself do one more. Man, I gotta figure out how to get my head through. Always, because I push up and then my head goes like this instead of through. So I need to go through, and that's how I get more stable. Yeah. Okay. Double. 205 double. Still deload week. Elbows were okay. Just gotta really get my elbows faster. So if I start my working out, or skipping deload week, not skipping, ending deload week today, work out tomorrow, I might be missing out on even more benefits. But like I said, I hate not working out. Well, I kind of talked myself into it. One more day of, so instead of Thursday day off, I'll take Wednesday day off and I'll come in Thursday. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 3 days back. Thursday would be first day back. That's heavy. Yeah, that's what I need to do. I need to give myself that extra day. Don't shortchange it. It's not gonna hurt me to take one more day off. When you think about this, I do this 5 days a week. So it's not like I'm getting weaker. All right, 215, lightweight, fast elbows, fast elbows. Nope, see, that's terrible elbows. That's where it should be. So terrible. I'm mad at myself. Or I'm gonna do a full clean just so that I can. He wants the outside one to hold on the metal. Small weight. That works. The other side I didn't move because he's not there. Do unto others as you would have them do unto yourself. All right, here we go. Full clean. See if my body is responding better after deload. Not great, but wasn't feeling terrible. So it was only 205. Still jacked up my hand, or my hand is still jacked up. So we got 205. Not terrible. Ooh, I don't have a bar. I'm just grabbing another bar. So this is the gym bar. I made this, or brought up this quote yesterday. I said, I got 2 bars, 1 for each of you. It's a quote from another movie, or play on quote. I love quotes from movies that are awesome. You guys know what quote? I mean, if you were here, you're gonna know what it was yesterday. I talked about it. I gave the movie. But the actual quote is, I've got 2 guns, 1 for each of you. You guys know what movie that was? I don't know, I just love doing movie quotes. Me and my buddies do movie quotes all the time. In fact, I want a steak dinner because my buddy Joe, he got the quote wrong. I said, I don't think that's the quote. He goes, yes, it is. I said, nope, no, it's not. The quote was from a movie. See if you guys know it. It says, you stayed? I can't even make a collie stay. Well, you probably don't know what it is. That's the quote, the actual quote. It's from Groundhog Day. The very end, Bill Murray says that to, I can't remember her name, Ann something or other. But anyways, he said that the quote was, you stayed? I can't even make a dog stay. And I knew for a fact it was collie because I was like, why do we say collie as opposed to something else? So I looked it up. Collies are like notorious. I'm sorry, I'm just getting into deep squats so that I'm actually, oh, it feels good. Getting my groin muscles stretched out. But apparently collies are amazing at listening commands and following commands. So I told him, no, I think you're wrong. And he said, I'll bet you that I'm right. I said, what, really? Because I know I'm right. And sorry, I turned the wrong way. Shouldn't be pointing my rear at you. And I said, okay, what do you want to bet? Because I knew I was right. I don't bet much at all, ever. Usually only if I know I'm right. And I'm like, I don't like losing, so he said, how about a steak dinner? I said, you're on. Then his brother looked it up and says, uh-oh, Joe, you're wrong. It's a collie. And then he tries, Joe, I'm telling you a fun story. Then Joe tries to say, oh, I didn't say what type of steak. I'm gonna get you the cheapest steak ever in the history of the world. I'm like, yeah, okay, if that's what you want. If you want to be a sore loser like that. But anyways, that was for Groundhog Day. Anyways, I started with, oh yeah, that's right. I got 2 guns, 1 for each of you. You guys know what movie that's from? That is from, oh, comment. Give you guys a chance to comment. Do you know what it's from? If you're here yesterday, give you another hint. Val Kilmer said it. one of the best actors ever in the history of the world, and from one of the best movies ever. Give you another hint. Kurt Russell was in it. Bill Paxton was in it. Pullman, I think his name. I can't remember his name. But yeah. Okay, you guys got your guesses in, and hope you didn't actually look it up on AI or Google or something. It was Tombstone. One of the best movies ever. For some reason, like Groundhog Day, women they don't care for Tombstone. Women don't care for Groundhog Day. In fact, my wife hates it. My daughters hate Groundhog Day. But it's so amazing. Showed my boys, they loved it. They were laughing up a storm. And then my buddies, their wives hate Groundhog Day. I wouldn't say they hate Tombstone, they just don't appreciate it. Probably because us guys, we see ourselves in it. Like, oh, I could totally see myself telling those bad guys, you tell them I'm coming, and hell's coming with me. That's what Kurt Russell said when he's going to hunt down all the cowboys. Bad guys. Oh, yeah, so. All right. So, still, like, this is not even my starting weight. About 60%, I think. So, get low, stretch out. There we go. Next up, I'm gonna do my Mr. Rogers changing his shoes because I got strict press next. I don't know why oh yes, I do know why. I changed shoes. Because the last exercise is always strict press for me. And I put my shoes in my bag, and I don't want them to be all, as best I can, all sweaty inside my bag. So I take them off. I definitely look like Mr. Roger. Doing it. Also, I guess I'm a little weird, but I point my shoes that way always because there's a fan over there. And the fan will blow and hit. Anyways, I don't know. I'm just weird. Maybe I think too much. All right, so we're doing strict press. And in the strict press, I would normally start at 185, but I'm only getting to 60%. Might do more because strict press 60% is only, my max is I think 230 on strict press. So what's 60% of 230? I don't know. I'm not good at math, maybe 135. So that's not enough. I need to go up. So I'm gonna go up, but I'll start at 135, do a couple here. And remember, this is deload week, and so half the weight, half the reps, maybe more than half the reps, but the goal is just to move, get your body, get that blood flowing. Let's go up. Here, I'll move this. Well, I won't move the camera. I'll move the camera just a hair. Maybe a little closer so people aren't hitting it. But I put it further back just because I'm further out usually when I'm doing the Olympic lifting. It's just, as far as the camera's concerned, you can't really see anything. But at least here it's a little better. But I'm so excited to be done with the deload week. I'm tired of not lifting. All right, so what is this? 155. Let's see. Do this a couple times. I'll do a little bit more. So my starting weight normally is 185. So that's my starting weight. I'm not going to get to my starting weight. I'll do 175 on my starting weight. So this way, yeah, put in the clamp. This way, still getting my muscles moving. And when you don't squat for a week, and you come back and you try to squat the same weight that you have been doing, oh my goodness, that muscle right here is called the gracilis. It's called, you know, your groin muscle, but it gets so sore because when you get in a deep squat like this, you get in that deep squat, it really stretches. And if you haven't done it in a very long time or a week, it's not used to it. It tightens up. And so that stretches out and then you're hurting. So that's why I try to at least get in that bottom position. All right, we're going to do 2 here. There we go. Okay, so I appreciate you guys being on, and this is the moving it end of a very long deload week, which I hate doing deload weeks. The reason why, because I don't get a lift. But usually my workouts are, I'm here for 2 hours, half an hour warming up, or at least getting set up, finding my spot, getting my bar and all that sort of stuff, and then another, well, it takes about 30 minutes before I actually start recording. And I mean, if you think about like the strain that you put on your body when you're exercising, you need to make sure you get, it's not stretched, that's not the, it's like ready. You go right to lifting heavy weight and don't exercise or don't move, don't get your, like maybe jog for like 5 minutes, 2 minutes. If you don't get your body moving, you're gonna be hurting. If you, yes, this is my kid's shirt, sorry. I accidentally grabbed it. But I am usually here 2 hours. Today was the last of my deload week. And so I'm gonna take tomorrow off as well because I need to continue the deload so my body resets and then I can go back to lifting heavy. I hate not lifting heavy. So yeah, I appreciate you guys being on, and you know, I appreciate all the comments. If you guys ever leave comments, that really is fun for me to see that you guys, but my goal is to get you guys to lift. Not Olympic lifting, I mean, it'd be great if you Olympic lifted, but just lifting in general. And you can see, so I'm on, this is funny, let me show you. So turn this way, you can see nobody on the platforms that way, and I'll turn it this way. You'll see nobody on the platforms this way. Nobody wants to play with me. But here I am on the platforms all by myself. And what's funny is it goes in spurts where this gets filled up and sometimes doesn't. But that's a great thing about, or I love about Olympic lifting and doing legs, is I'm on these platforms. You can see there's one guy just started doing pull-ups. But these platforms, I just stand on the platform. Nobody bothers me. Nobody bothers me because it's like a platform. They don't, like, especially when you're dropping 300 pounds from over your head. So I would encourage you guys to be using the platforms because you don't have somebody saying, hey, are you done bench? How many more sets do you have a bench? But yeah, that's why I like these platforms. But I'm so pumped to have you guys, and tomorrow's the last day of deload week. I'll be resting. I'll come back on Thursday. All right, see you guys.